All right.
I'll switch over to my main screen. Hello, everyone.
Hey. Well, do you want to do the intro?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. Let me get our fancy screen up, I guess, where has our faces and everything. Oh, that's the outro. That is not the thing.
That's not the thing you're looking for?
Watch along? Okay, there it is. Okay, so
very professional here. Very professional.
Very professional here. All right. So let's get both of these. All right. Anyway, hello everyone. For those who are here, we're gonna watch the new anime that Gigguk put out, Bâan. And he has given his blessing to watch and do all this other stuff, and he wants people to tag him in it. So I'm gonna currently hop over on Twitter and tag him. All right, I'm ready whenever you are, man. I'm ready to hop right into it.
All right. Do you have any background on, like, who Gigguk is for people that don't know? Because I'll be honest, I know him in passing. I'm not like.
Okay, so Gigguk is one of the original anime tubers on YouTube. He was one of the first people to actually go, let me actually make interesting videos that people want to learn and or can learn and be entertained by. One of his most famous videos is Attack on Titan Abridged. You probably have seen that in passing. It was one of the first creations of it. He's done a lot of dubbing and like fan makes and stuff like that, but he does a lot of deep dives into anime, talks about different, things that pique the anime interest, and not just the generic, oh, I'm watching this, that, and the third. He does 3 to 4 episodes of each anime each season and does a full, this is what I feel like, this is what it's about real quick, this is my thoughts, and we'll see what happens at the end of it. His wife is Sydney. She is one of the biggest degens I've ever seen. She does a lot of things when it comes to porn and hentai and a bunch of stuff on YouTube, which is hilarious.
Shit. On YouTube?
Yeah, Sid Snap. You can find her. It's very interesting. She keeps it YouTube friendly, but also you get the point across. She's also interviewed Bradio for a video as well, which is insane because apparently when she first went to Japan, she really wanted to see Bradio, and she was the only English person there for one of their concerts, and they remembered her. Big thing, and that was years ago. But yeah, he's also part of Trash Taste, which is the biggest anime, but not really about anime podcast there is right now, with over 1 million plus subs on the channel, and then consistent 300k views per episode. Some even more. He's a big, important thing when it comes to the anime sphere.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll be honest. Never watched Gigguk. Never watched Trash Taste. Never heard of the wife either. So it's good to actually get some insight. Do you know anything about this?
Nope. All I know is he made it. I made sure to go in blind because I wanted to do a watch along.
Yeah. I'm also going in extremely blind. I'm so blind that I don't even know who Gigguk was until a couple minutes ago. Manny, friend of the channel, Manny said, "Damn, LOL." That's true. I'm not making that up. So, all right. So, what I do gather is that Gigguk is the creative director. I believe he wrote this too. I could be extremely wrong.
I think so as well.
Yeah, if someone could double check us. But before we do get started, I always start off my streams with Bevy check. So everyone in chat, in the forums, what are y'all drinking? JoeSchmmo, what are you drinking?
Well, I'm drinking my sponsor, Jinx Energy. I just got one of their shakers in today, so I have 2 of the 4, and I'm drinking the lemon lime. Use code JoeSchmmo at checkout for 10% off.
All right, and I am also drinking something from our sponsor, Boxu-chan. I'm drinking a Coke Zero. That was
there you go. That's
box. No, I'm kidding. I'm drinking a Coke Zero. But yeah, shout out Boxu-chan. I'm getting my new box for this month very soon. All right, Bevy check is over.
I told him to put manga in there for you.
Bless, I appreciate it. All right, let us know in the forums. What is everybody drinking? Enough talk. Have at you. Oh my God, of course you got. All right, you ready? Nice and comfy?
Yep. Good to go.
Right. Let's get started. Let me know if the audio's good. All right, now that's it.
You know, That was pretty good 20-minute video, not gonna lie, it was pretty good. Yeah, you're good. Hey, chat, guess what? There's some Nesserobis in the back over there. I don't know if you see that on Lunchbox's thing, but you should, like...
You definitely cannot see it
videos
right
on
now.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that giant yo right there? Yeah, I want that. So you guys need to, like, convince them to sell that, okay? Appreciate that.
That was a gift. That was a gift. All right, so let's start off initial thoughts before we go into like a true like deep dive into it. What did you think?
Okay,
let's start off with you. What did you think? What did you think?
Okay, so my thoughts of it right off the bat. I knew they had a good cast. I knew they had good audio directors. I knew they had a good sound cast. God has the ability to put some people together and make it work. For a dub, that was fantastic. A lot better than a lot of stuff that comes out nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I love the fact that they left it open-ended and they can build upon the world very easily.
Yeah.
But then I'll go into my deeper thoughts later. But that's the first like general thoughts.
Yeah, the general thoughts. All right. So I thought that was pretty good. From what I've seen like on Twitter and like other people like their viewpoints on it, they seemed more like, oh my god, this is like incredible. Like this is like the next like the next best thing. Like I think it is very admirable that someone at the height of Gigguk is able to, first of all, just make a fucking anime short film. Like that's insane. I think that's very admirable. But is it like as hype as like people made it out to be? No, not at all. It's still really good though. I really did like it. I really did. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So do you want to touch upon the story first? What are your thoughts on the story?
So I find it very interesting from the perspectives, because you start with the two main characters, the guy and the girl. But then you find out as the story goes on, the story's being told from two different perspectives. The girl is modern day, his is the past. Yeah. Because he ends up becoming the father of this, he adopts this girl basically. Yeah. Which explains why the woman was the same, because she was one of the first people he met in this world, and then convinced her to come to this world, and then ends up watching over her while, she's there, and she gets married, has a bunch of kids and stuff. That's amazing storytelling from that perspective. How they were able to blend it in together, then slowly just transition to just her. Great. I really did enjoy that.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting too. I did write down that I was a little confused, like, because I even asked you, like, while we were watching it, like, is it our world? Is it not our world? Like, what is this? But then, like, eventually, like, slowly but surely, like, the more like you watched it, it was like, oh yeah, okay, it's our world. They came here to us for something. And then the very beginning, when he was like going out and adventuring and stuff, I do like that it was like the overarching kind of like theme of like trying to figure out what to do with your life, in a sense. Like, did you kind of get that feeling too? Because that's kind of like, like what I felt. I didn't like how the magic was kind of just like generic, but it is a short film, so I can't really knock it on that. Like, if this was like, let's say like a 13 episode, or like an hour and a half, even like a full-fledged movie, or like a 13 episode OVA, or not OVA, or maybe like a 3-episode OVA, or like a 13 episode like series, I'm sure they would have fleshed out the magic, or made the magic a little more interesting. But for me, like in the context of like this, it's fine. Okay. But like, I don't know, it just seemed like just like, oh, we can fly, oh, we can move things around. It seemed a little too generic, but that's just me. What do you think about the pacing? You already touched upon the pacing, so you thought of or did you have a rebuttal?
Yeah, the pacing for the magic, I feel like they did, like you said, it was generic for what they did, because you had the two different types. They gave you the generic, which I'm assuming the girl's everyday magic. Yeah. And then they gave you a little bit of combat. Just so you know, you have a little bit of sprinkle.
The dude's kind of like fighting there. So yeah, the pacing. What'd you think of the pacing?
Honestly, for an 18-minute video, well, technically 16 plus credits. It honestly was pretty good. It got the point across. You got and like you said, the immoral implications of trying to figure out what to do with life. You have the guy who was basically running from his problems because he didn't want to just be you're the son that took over the clinic. He wanted to be his own thing, and he found himself. Then you have the girl who's trying to basically go and do something right to impress her father, but she also loses herself a little bit in the process. Then she finds out I can go home at any time and still keep to my roots.
Yeah,
that's what I got from that.
I thought the pacing was pretty good. It didn't seem super rushed. It didn't seem drawn out or anything like that. I thought that here's the beginning, here's the story beats that you're gonna hit, and then you hit the end. What'd you think of the ending? The resolution at the end? I thought it was really nice. I thought it was kind of cute.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah,
I like that. It was just hey, if you're getting this, that means it was the right time, right place. Auntie decided. Remember, you can always come home, and it's like, okay. Not a lot of people get to hear that in their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the length was fine. Like everyone's saying, it's like, it's an 18-minute OVA, or short film, but actually like 2 minutes of those credits. So, and not counting like the opening, not sequence, the opening title frame. Maybe it's like 15 minutes ish.
Yeah, I would say
of
about
actual animation. It is done by Studio Daisy. What do you think of the character designs?
The girl was interesting. The guy, I personally think, could use a little more desire to it, but he definitely got that at the end when he showed his modern self. Yeah.
I wrote down the characters were somewhat relatable because they're trying to figure out like what to do, and getting 13 rejection letters. I get it. I was there too.
Relatable.
Yeah, I was there too. I did write down, this is just a guy. Like, that's just some good. It's just some dude. There's like no like. There's no like with the girl the character designs were fine. They were like very like kind of generic-ish, I'd say. But the male character design, it's just a guy. I don't know. He had his big backpack, but like when you draw fan art and like if you like have like quote like merch and stuff of him, he's just. There's nothing like discernible.
Just a dude.
It's just a guy.
Just a dude.
What about the art in general? Just like the art design of the world itself, not just the characters.
I liked it. They did a very good blend of colors, and it wasn't talk about Studio Gainax where it's like right all in your face.
Yeah.
And it's not like forgettable like some other studios. Sunshine even at some points has some forgettable moments, but I would say it's kind of leaning towards that with the nice blend, being able to actually, like the dragon is the perfect example, to keep that rainbow flowing as the scene's going and it's not static. It's actually moving colors and keeping it going. Like stuff like that, subtle details is great.
Yeah.
And they did very good with that.
I thought so too. The colors that they used in not just the characters, but like the actual world itself was really, really good. Moving on to the animation, I did write that the animation is very fluid. Like it didn't feel like a slideshow, which is like one of the biggest knocks that anime has. Like, it's just there's no animation. It's just like But no, the animation was extremely fluid. And also, I didn't really notice that much CG. That's another big complaint that I personally have.
Yes.
That there's a little too much CG in anime. This one, from what I've noticed, the CG wasn't a crutch; it enhanced it, which is personally what I really do like with CG in my anime. Any thoughts on the animation?
Like you said, it was very fluid, and I like the fact that they didn't have to lean on CG. If they did, they were good enough to blend it in. Good example of what Demon Slayer did for the famous scene of Tanjiro being able to pull the sword out and do the fire spin. Mm-hmm. It was CG, but they hand drew over the CG. So they might have done something similar with that. I'm not sure. Yeah. But the fact that they could pull that off without CG was fantastic.
Yeah. So what about the audio? The dub.
Besides
the sound design and everything.
The stream didn't help, but overall the dub is one of the better dubs I've come across in recent times. And she did fantastic, I think, for the female role.
So I thought the dub was pretty solid. Everybody did a great job. I didn't hear like anybody that's like, ooh, I kind of didn't like that, or like you want to do a second take or anything like that. The audio design too, really damn good as well. I didn't really like hear anything that was like out of time, out of touch, or out of like tune or anything like that. I thought it was damn good. I thought it was really, really great.
Touching on the audio and stuff, Kevin does, like I said, he does a real good job. He did Made in Abyss. He does stuff for Shield Hero, and he does a bunch of like other mainstream animes. He's like the lead audio designer and like musician and stuff like that, coming up with all the music. So he did a fantastic job with this.
Yeah. So okay, I looked up Studio Daisy, who did this. They've worked on a lot of stuff, but they mainly done like in between animations. They never did like anything that's like. But yeah, they've worked for the key animations and like for Zom 100, Wonder Egg. They did the in between animations. Tomo-chan as a girl. They did the key animations for that. The in between animations for SSSS Dynazenon, which is the giant robot anime. They did the key animations. They actually animated something for Star Wars Visions. They did My Hero Academia, My Dress Up Darling. But again, it's all just like in between animations, not their own. 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You.
Well, maybe this will be their gateway to open and do more stuff.
Yeah,
if they've been only doing in betweens.
So they've done obviously this. They've done Yoru no Kuni. No, I've never heard of this. It's an OVA. There's that, and there's Anata no Francois Donato, which is also an OVA. Yeah, so they've never done like anything aired on TV. It's all or like original net animations or original video animations.
But yeah, no, I think this might be a good way to segue into being able to pitch to get studios or to get anime to possibly go with them.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, we did this, and that was for a YouTuber. Look, we can do better for you.
Absolutely. So, all right. Final thoughts. Go ahead. Final thoughts.
Overall, I think it's very good. You got to look at it as this, though. A YouTuber, a guy who came from England, worked for the BBC, and has moved to Japan, made a career out of talking about anime, reviewing it, doing full in-depth analyses, and putting together what he thinks is what like the ideal anime should at least look, or at least an OVA.
Yeah.
And he was able to put it together with one of the best voice actors in the industry right now, along with one of the best sound designers in the industry right now. So overall, I think it did pretty good for itself. Is it like the best thing I've ever seen? No, it's not. But it's pretty good. It's one of probably the best OVAs I've seen, especially for being 15 minutes.
Yeah,
it could definitely lead to a whole new world if it gets popular enough or people want to pick it up.
Yeah, I thought it was still pretty good, especially considering like the circumstances. Like it's like he's not a director, he's not an accomplished writer. He's just some guy with a YouTube channel. For what it is, I think it's extremely well. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm interested to see if this like it gets expanded. Like if we get more world building eventually down the line or not.
I am too.
I'm curious to that. Do we have to give it like a star rating or something? Like
I give it like a 4.5 out of 5.
Damn.
I mean we can do 4.5.
I give it a 3 out of 5. I give it a 3 out of 5. It was good. Yeah, it was good. Not like incredible. Not.
Well, I'm looking at it. I'm not comparing it. I'm rating it like OVAs. Not like I'm not comparing them to like regular anime or anything. I'm just doing OVAs.
I've seen some amazing OVAs.
It's one of the best OVAs I've seen. So for me, it's like a 4.5.
Yeah. All right. I've seen some amazing OVAs. Seen better OVAs than this. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3. 3 out of 5. People are gonna yell at me in the comments.
So overall, it's a 3.5.
Yes, it's if we average them out, yeah, I guess 3. I guess a 3.5. I don't like doing points though. I don't like doing a 3.5. I don't like doing the points because at that point we might as well just rate it out of 10.
Okay, all right, we'll do it.
No, I'm sticking to my 3 out of 5. I'm sticking to my
10.
I'm sticking to my 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. All right, well you heard it, folks. He's a 6 out of 10. That's what you heard. If you want comparison, it's a 6 out of 10. I try to get it up to an 8, but you know.
No, that's just me. That's just me.
So overall,
just me.
The average viewing is a 7 out of 10.
Average viewing. All right. Well, there we go. Hey, this was fun. We should do this more often.
We gotta find some, but yes, we should.
All right, that's it. That's it on my end. I actually left my car in the red do not park sign, but I left the little hazard lights on, so hopefully I'm going to go check if my car's still there. All right. I'm not making any of this up, though. All right, take care, everyone.
Yes, go. We're leaving. Goodbye, folks. We're going to go and do stuff. Goodbye, everyone.
We're going to go check out my car. All right, goodbye. Oh, yes, my car is still there. Good, 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 good.